Hello everybody, this is Commander Strain and welcome back to Armoured Warfare. We've got a replay taken from a stream of mine back in the middle of September. I'm here platooned up with Caladine and Doctor, who are both my.com Peacekeepers, and it's on the Lost Island map and it's a tier 7 battle. Now Doctor and myself are in our Macabre 2Ds and Caladine is in his favourite Challenger 1. Now really the point of this vehicle is just to highlight how good it is to play in a platoon. In platoon play you can push a flank together, you can support each other, and you can really have a great game. So we are all on comms at this point. I think it was TeamSpeak at this time before I switched over to Discord. So we're on TeamSpeak and we're kind of discussing and pushing and deciding where we're actually going to push here. So we've decided to go along the northern half of the island. 3 MBTs together can do some serious work. So Caladine is lagging a little bit to our left and behind. Doctor's ahead and to our left. We've kind of split up around this rock so we can actually cover different angles and different areas on the map itself. We see our first spot, Challenger. We fire, we bounce his return shot. So a little bit of a stalemate on our first engagement with the enemy team. But more tanks are now being spotted. We've got some support. We've got a Typhoon 2 over in the A4 area, and he's doing really well. And I think he has an okay game in this one, but it's nice to have that support. A lot of our tanks seem to be trying to push up the middle. There's a T-80 of our force engaging another enemy T-80 in the middle of the map. He's got very little support, and he's probably going to be in a bit of trouble. And then we've got some vehicles that have gone south, and the map has been fairly evenly split up, but as you'll see later on, you'll see what you can do when a platoon of 3 MBTs get together. So we've been taking shots at the I think it's an enemy Challenger 1. There's a VFM5 over there. You can see on the left Doctor has taken a bit of damage. We now decide to push up. Smoke goes out with 2 tanks down at the moment, damage flying in on the enemy team, but we've not taken anyone down yet. So we push up. I'm kind of a bit alone here. Typhoon is up on the island to my left. We force the Challenger 1 to pull back, which is nice. We take a shot, but of course it impacts into the dirt because it was a snapshot. I'm calling on TS now to see whether Doctor and Caladine can actually push up with me because I'm quite advanced over the rest of them. Got a Leopard 2 a little bit to our right and heading for the bridge. The VFM5 on the enemy team has decided it's almost too good a position to bug out from. And the Challenger 1 is now trying to use his gun depression and be in a hold down position. So I'm being a little bit cautious. We're wiggling. I'm trying to get him to fire. If he fires, I have an opportunity to go over the ridge line, take a shot in an attempt to pull back. Now at this point, Caladine and Doctor are pushing up now along the A line. They've now spotted a Centaur 120. The VFM5 didn't actually bug out as far as I thought. And we are still 2 tanks down. So not over yet, but definitely not a sure win. We take a shot, we miss. The Challenger returns a shot into us and actually does us some damage. That's the first damage we've taken. But Caladine and Doctor are pushing. You can see them moving in. Doctor's taking a lot of damage. So we go in, get some shots off. This Challenger 1 doesn't know where to look. Shots are flying in, and we go in, and we get our first kill, which is a ram kill. But we're still a tank down. So looking at the mini-map, and this is what a lot of people don't actually do in this game, you can see the southern flank, or the middle area of the map, is pretty much lost to us. A lot of enemy vehicles have gone through there. I think that's where most of our losses have taken place. We've got a Centaur down in the H56 area, and then we take some shots on the Weasel. So the enemy team, they've gone across really the G and the F line. They've broken through our defenders there, and they've swung round behind us. And as you can see where the enemy team is now positioned, they're in that position where we were. But we are not perturbed. It is definitely a great opportunity for us to go through. It's 8-all, so the game is not over at all. But we have a chance here. So I poke over the rise. Caladine and Doctor are going back the way they came on that side of the island. We take some shots, we miss. Again, using smoke as a defensive measure here. So we used it earlier on in the game as an offensive measure when we advanced on the Challenger 1. A bit more defensive here. And we're up to 1336 damage, but that's all been on that Challenger 1. So I'm not having the most fantastic game at the moment. As you'll see at the end, it doesn't really matter in a platoon if one player has an average game, one player has a fantastic game. It's all about what the platoon can do. So the Centaur's going there. We take a snapshot. We miss. But we're pushing on. Caladine's still on a fairly good health pool advantage over the rest of us. We take shots from our left. There's a Centauro up there, a B1 Centauro, T6 tank destroyer. Now that position up there really does have a great advantage shooting across this side of the map. And as you can see from the mini-map, you know, there's a Centauro up there. I think there's a T80 up there as well. Centauro gets killed. T80 still firing. But now we consider we've got to go on and get after this VFM5. I think we bounced on the shot there. Return shot into the VFM5. He pops some smoke. And he is getting the hell out of dodge. So we're now 2 tanks up. So it's been a steadfast performance by our team. We've had some early losses, but I think we've done fairly well. Now we're looking at what we're doing, and we're talking on comms all the time. Wherever we're making a move, we're talking on comms. And this is where it is really important. I'm just looking round. Most of the enemy team and the Weasel have pushed back the other way. We've defended this side of the map. I'm looking around. Doctor is on really, really low health. Really low health. There's a Challenger 1 up there. So Caladine and Doctor are looking to engage him, pushing up. I'm slightly to the right, so I decide that we're going to go around the flank and see if we can actually flank him. If you can get in to the side or rear of an enemy MBT, you can do some serious damage. So we get round, shot on the move, fire, fantastic. Caladine is pushing in there. He's trying to get in front of Doctor. He's going in for the round to try and distract the Challenger. We get shots in. And finally, a lovely kill there from Caladine. Doctor didn't take any more damage there, but he is on low health. Now we're looking around. I'm looking at what Doctor's doing. I'm frantically calling on TS for him just to hold back. That Weasel could take him out quite easily. He's taking more damage. And I basically just charge straight in line of fire, trying to protect Doctor. Doctor does a fantastic shot and take him out. I took a little bit of track damage, nothing major. But I was just trying to get in front of Doctor to try and protect him. We need to keep our guns in the game. Although we are now 3 tanks up, it's very, very important in these late stages of the game to keep working together. So Doctor decides he's going to turn around. I'm calling on TeamSpeak to say to Doctor, hold on a second. Let me get up. I've got much more HP than you. Let me try and get in front of you. But Doctor, being Doctor, he just wants to get into the action. He's having a okay game. He's got a kill at the moment. Caladine's on what's Caladine on? Caladine's on a kill and I'm on a kill, so we're all on 1 kill each. So we've got 3 kills as a platoon, but we have definitely worked well together. So we're down to chasing 2 tanks, a Palmaria, an artillery and a VFM5. So the VFM5 is the most dangerous because he has got speed, mobility and great agility for getting around the map. So we're coming up here, seeing if he's across there. Last spotted over in D3 area. We don't spot anything. Doctor's injured, so I say I'm going this way. That's when the VFM gets spotted again. As I jump down the cliff, I think Doctor takes a couple of wild shots at him as he's trying to engage. And now it is that final chase. Looking at where our team are, the only bad thing about this position is about how separated we are. Caladine's down on the bottom half of the map. Doctor's now going up on the north of the map, heading towards the enemy cap circle. I think he's going to cap, and I'm trying to get round in a position to do a pincer movement on hopefully the VFM5 with Caladine. I'm telling him there just to hold up on that corner, just let me get into position, and then we can move in together. The enemy Palmaria has been taken out. He was taken out by the Centauro 120. And there we see VFM5 goes through the cap circle, is capping. So I'm closest, so I turn and engage, but the cap timer stops. So he is trying to draw us out to take us 1 by 1, and at the moment this is working. Doctor is heading over towards the enemy cap circle. I'm trying to defend our cap circle, showing off this fantastic tier 7 MBT. I love the Mercury 2D. It is a fantastic vehicle. I can't wait for the 4th dealer and more Israeli tanks to come into the game. But anyway, back to the game. Doctor's in the enemy cap circle now, putting pressure on them. So we now know that the VFM5 is going to try and head round to defend it. And it's the only thing he can do. All he's trying to do is farm a little bit more damage, try and get a few more kills, and maybe a little bit more reputation as well. So we're talking on comms. Doctor's capping. Cal immediately turns around and starts heading straight on almost a direct line to Doctor, and I swing round the outside of the island, heading hopefully to get back in time to actually do some defending. But there's the VFM5. Doctor's on low health. But what's the VFM5 going to do? I'm furiously now racing around to try and do something. We're going to switch quickly to Doctor. Oh no, we don't get a chance to switch to Doctor. We get to the end of the game and a kill. And I think it was Doctor that actually got the kill. So well played to Doctor. And that really shows what you can do in a platoon. Looking at the post-game stats, I did 2,500 damage. I did 1,598 assistance damage. 8 spots, getting me the Recon Award. But it's as a platoon that this game really shines for us. Doctor did 4,646 damage. Caladine got 4,122 damage. As a platoon, we achieved 11,268 damage, which is 44% of the total amount of damage done by our team. So 4 kills, top 3 reputations, top 3 damage. Guys, play platoons. Get with your battalions, play together, enjoy the game. Thank you very much. Goodbye from me. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the battlefield.